Hi LEGO fans, it's Brickheadz time again, and I'm still working through the big pile of new releases that came out in October 2018. 2018 has been an epic year for fans of LEGO and J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World. We've had a bunch of really nice LEGO Harry Potter sets, including the epic Hogwarts Castle. But LEGO have also had some treats for Fantastic Beasts fans. We had the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts collectible minifigure series 1. Be sure to check out my blind bag feeling guide for that one. And we also had 2 Fantastic Beasts sets, including the epic 75952 Newt's Case of Magical Creatures. But now it's time for Fantastic Beasts to have the Brickheadz treatment. So today I'm going to be unboxing, speed building, and reviewing set number 41631, Newt Scamander and Gellert Grindelwald from LEGO Brickheadz. This is a 247 piece twin pack, which is quite a respectable part count for a Brickheadz set. We have everybody's favourite bumbling Magizoologist, Newt and Artemis Fido Scamander, aka Newt, and Dark Wizard and former friend of Albus Dumbledore, Gellert Grindelwald. One of the things I really look forward to with these licensed Brickheadz is getting exclusive printed parts. It looks like we've got a printed shirt, bow tie and vest for Newt. Grindelwald comes with a white moustache, a rather snappy vest and shirt combo with gold chain, and take a close look at those eyes. Yes, one of them is Misty. That's a very unique print. Normally on the side of Brickheadz boxes you see the characters on which the Brickheadz are based. You're going to notice something slightly wrong here. We only have Newt Scamander. This is most likely because LEGO do not have the image rights to use Johnny Depp's picture. Over on the back of the box we can see Newt and Gellert facing off. This gives us a good opportunity to have a look at the side profile of the figures, and you may notice that each character is holding one of the old style ones. That's slightly different because usually a Brickhead will hold the minifigure version of the accessory, as you can see with Newt's bag. Another interesting thing you'll see here is the difference between the 2 eye studs on Gellert, but we'll be able to take a closer look at those very soon. And finally included in the set, each one of these guys has his own 6x6 display base plate. As a big fan of J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World, I'm really keen to get these open and built. So let's tear open this box and see what we've got inside. Here's everything that came inside this magical box of joy. We've got 2 numbered bags of LEGO, 1 for Newt and 2 for Gellert, and 2 instruction booklets. I'm going to go ahead and build the Newt Scamander and Gellert Grindelwald twin pack, and today this is going to be a 60-second speed build. And here are the completed Newt Scamander and Gellert Grindelwald Brickheadz. My son completed the speed build and it took him about 17 minutes to put these guys together. He's a bit of a show off and I wouldn't be surprised if he used some magic. What is magic, however, are these 2 Brickheadz. I really like these. It helps that I'm a bit of a fan of Wizarding World and Fantastic Beasts, but these do look really like the characters from the movie, and that's not something you can often say for a Brickheadz build. Let's dive in and take a closer look, starting with Newt Scamander. Sometimes the lack of a mouth on a Brickheadz character can make it difficult to recognise, but any fan will recognise this guy immediately as Newt and Artemis Fido Newt Scamander, the famed Magizoologist and author of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Newt is impeccably dressed in 1920s period costume, complete with wand and case. He stands on the standard 6x6 base plate that we usually get with Brickheadz, and he pairs brown shoes with light grey pants. His overcoat is fashionably long and comes in this great grey blue colour. The detail on the front of Newt's costume comes courtesy of this custom printed brick. He's wearing a white shirt with blue bow tie and brown vest. And I really like the technique used to offset the custom printed brick so that it comes right up to Newt's chin. We have the usual Brickheadz vacant expression with those soulless eyes, but the hair and the costume really help to make this look like Newt. Newt is of course played by actor Eddie Redmayne, and I think he's the perfect actor for the role. The hairstyling on this Brickheadz build is stunning. I really like the amount of detail that the designers have managed to get into a relatively short haircut. And in particular, the waves that hang down over Newt's face are super sharp. Overall, the hairstyling on this Brickheadz build is so much better than the minifigure equivalent. This little guy, who does not come with a set, has a much more generic hairstyle that's used on other minifigures, so it's really nice to see the extra attention to detail that went into the Brickheadz build. From the side you can see more of the detail in the hair. This uses elements such as 1x1 studs, quarter circle tiles, cheese slopes, and curved pieces to give the perfect amount of texture. As always, we have clips for hands, and Newt is holding a dark brown wand. This is not the new style wand we get with the minifigure, and interestingly it's a different colour to the one we got with the minifigure. In the left hand, Newt is holding his case of magical creatures. There is a very cool Lego set based on this case. You may have seen my review, but if you've not, I'll put a link to it on screen now. Newt uses an undetectable extension charm to create a magical world within his case, and this is where he stores his fantastic beasts until he can rehome them. The back of the build is much less exciting. There are no more printed pieces here, and Newt's overcoat is very plain. The hair is much more uniform here, and there's no texture except for the row of studs. Looking down from above, however, there is loads more detail in the hair. Kudos to the LEGO designers for a superb build. So that was the ever popular Magizoologist Newt Scamander. Now let's take a walk on the dark side. This is Gellert Grindelwald, a dark wizard who was considered to be the most dangerous dark wizard of all time until Voldemort came along. Gellert was at one stage the holder of the Elder Wand, but I'm not clear where in the storyline that happened. Certainly here he's carrying a mid-brown wand, which doesn't seem to match. Sharp tailoring was pretty much the norm in the 1920s. He also stands on the same 6x6 base plate, and if only all Brickheadz came with the same size stand. In the first two waves of Brickheadz, it felt like we got a different shaped stand every time. Grindelwald's costume is predictably dark and consists of black shoes, dark grey pants, and a black overcoat. Printed detail comes on the same size brick that we got with Newt, and shows Gellert wearing a white shirt and green vest, or waistcoat as we say in Great Britain. We also get some very subtle metallic detailing with the gold chain that Gellert's wearing around his neck. Even with a relatively small amount of detail on the face, this is definitely recognisable as Grindelwald. The resemblance is also pretty close to our bad-tempered friend Johnny Depp. We've got a printed 1x4 tile with white moustache, and an interesting variation on the Brickheadz soulless eyes. Usually these eyes are printed on black, but Grindelwald's right eye is printed on grey. This gives it the appearance of being cloudy. I'm not sure whether Grindelwald is meant to have a cataract, whether he's blind in that eye, or if he's just got two different coloured eyes like the late great David Bowie. The hair is pure white and contains a good amount of detail up on top. We've got the usual selection of slopes and curves and quarter circle tiles to make the texture in the hair. The hair at the back and sides is short and well groomed. Well groomed also applies to Gellert's costume. It's pretty plain from the side, but there is a really cool fashion detail. Look at the size of the collar sticking out from Gellert's shirt. Even by 1920 standards, this guy is a very sharp dresser. The costume on the Brickhead matches the minifigure equivalent very nicely, although I do much prefer the facial expression on the Brickheadz build. And a big thanks to Newt for the leg up! There's nothing new or exciting at the back, we just get the reverse of the jacket and the closely cropped hair at the back. But I do like the use of visible studs for that shaved appearance, and there's some really nice implied texture on top of Grindelwald's head. Overall, I think the designers have done a great job with Gellert Grindelwald, and fans should be well pleased. So that was set number 41631, Newton Artemis Fido Scamander, and Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald. Overall, I think this is a very strong outing from LEGO Brickheadz. Sometimes Brickheadz just don't look like the character. I'm looking at you, Chewbacca. But the resemblance to Newt and Grindelwald to their on-screen characters is very good. I doubt these will sell as well as the LEGO Harry Potter Brickheadz, and it's probably unlikely we're going to see any more Fantastic Beasts Brickheadz. But if LEGO were to produce some more, which ones would you want to see? Maybe the young Albus Dumbledore from The Crimes of Grindelwald, or a Queenie and Tina twin pack? Even if we don't see any more, Newt and Gellert are two very fine Brickheadz indeed, and if you're a Fantastic Beasts fan, these come with my top recommendation. I hope you enjoyed this LEGO Brickheadz unboxing, speed build and review video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below, say hi in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. There are more than 200 videos on my channel, and I've reviewed just about every Brickheadz set, except for those horrendously expensive Comic Con ones. Don't get me started on those. Thanks a million for checking out today's video, stay safe and have a magical day!
Yeah.